Holly here from Your Past is a Gift. Just checking we're recording because I don't want to be going on and then I'm not recording anything. Okay, so in this video, I just had a moment, okay, thinking back to a video I was watching about pedophiles, about sex offenders. And I remember at the time, and I thought I have to put a video together about it because this may be you, okay? You may be sitting there thinking, this is you, you've done something wrong. Now, it always goes back to that. You know, we kind of blame ourselves that we've done something and that caused this to happen to us, okay? And I can promise you, as a child, there's nothing that you have done wrong. There's nothing that you have done that could have caused this, you know, to happen to you. That you brought this on, if you know what I mean. So what I remember distinctly, because I'd been thinking about it for a while before I saw this video, and then somehow he made it so clear to me that that is exactly what I was thinking. So what happens is with sex offenders, okay, if you were sexually abused as a child, this parent, when they have this child, they don't see you as a soul. They don't see you as a human being. They see you as an object that belongs to them. So I'm going to let you sit with that for a minute. Okay? This parent has brought you into the world and they don't see you as a person that has feelings. Yet they don't see you as a person that is going to be affected by what they're going to do. They feel that it's their right to do these things to you because they feel that you belong to them. And to them, in their eyes, they see you as an object. They don't see you as someone with feelings. They don't see you as someone that's going to hurt for many years or a whole lifetime because of these actions. So I wanted to put it to you from their point of view of how they've treated you and why they've treated you that way. They've never associated that you are feeling anything when they do this. So, having said that, okay, you also have to remember that this parent that did these things to you had these things done to them as a child, and they were treated as the object that had no feelings, the object that belonged to this grown-up to do whatever they wanted with. It's their object. They can, you know, it's their toy. They can do whatever they want with it. Doesn't matter. It has no say. It's too small to say anything. You're the big person. You can do whatever you want. So maybe think of it from that point of view. Firstly, of course, this person that's done these things to you, that's all they've known. As a child, that's what they've been through. And they didn't know that it's not normal, that it's not, I'm not going to call it right or wrong because that's their experience. To them, that's what the world is. In every house, this is what goes on. To them, this is normal. This is what they think happens in every house. You know, it's like when I was growing up and my parents were together and I heard of a child in our class and the parents were divorced. To me, that was, what? Parents can separate and not be together? Like, to me, that made no sense. You know, both of my neighbors had loving parents. They're both together, both loving couple, love each other. You know, and they love their family and they were devoted to their families, just like my parents. But to be, you know, thrown into this idea that some parents, they don't like each other anymore and they don't want to live together anymore. To me, this was an alien idea. And when I heard it for the first time, I thought, what? Because to children, what is going on in your home, you think is what's happening in all the homes. You don't think that they're any different. You know, it takes a while. Like when your parents do separate, you do know they were together at one stage. But maybe in the stage where they were together, they were always fighting, always at each other's throat, always angry with each other. And so to this child, every couple, even though they see that other parents are together, that's their vision, that's their idea. These parents must fight all the time. These parents must fight all the time. They must be at each other's throat all the time. They just stay together. You know, it's too hard for them to separate. So they don't have an idea of parents that are together that love each other. And the same happens in all the cases for children. Whatever you've grown up with, to you that is normal. That is the world. Even though inside it might not feel like, it doesn't feel right to you. It may not feel right. Like, you know, you're forced to do these things over and over, or you're beaten, you know, you're abused terribly physically, you know, that you're covered in bruises. But to you, you seem to, as a child, you think that this is what all children go through. Their parents get angry enough that they beat them up severely. You think that it's the same in all the homes. It never occurs to you, especially when you're very young, that other children are living completely different lives to you. So today I just wanted to put it to you, if you were, you know, one of these children that was brought up in a very abusive environment, you know, to think that to these parents you are an object that belongs to them. They don't see you as a mini person that one day is going to grow up to be a grown-up like them, an adult like them, with these feelings, with these ideas, they think that you don't have any of that yet. You know, because I think for the most part in them when they were young, they had to block all that out. They had to not feel, because whatever they did feel was awful. It made them feel bad, you know. So I think for the most part they must block it out, that they can't feel. They don't want to feel. They become numb to it. And so they just assume that all children don't have feelings. Because for the longest time, as far back as they can remember, they've stopped feeling so it doesn't hurt anymore. All right, my darlings, all these lovely things to think about today, because all of them lead to healing, all of them. Healing for you, healing for understanding the adults around you. It never comes from a place of, oh, I'm going to pick on you and that's it. It doesn't come from that. It always comes because this person's already been through it. That has been their experience. That's all they know. And they don't know how to change it. They don't know that there's a different way. They don't know. They just think that that's their lot in life. They don't deserve any better than that. They're not going to aspire to anything better than that. They're not worthy. All right, my darlings, and I'm sure if you look at these adults, you look at them straight in the face, you look in their eyes, you can see the shame. You can see it. If you look at people, you start to really look at them, you can see when they're happy. You can see when they're sad. You can see when they're ashamed of who they are, when they feel they're not worthy. Not worthy of love, not worthy of you being in their life. So just really look at them. If you doubt what I'm saying, all you have to do is look at them. If they'll look you in the eyes, just look at them. There'll be an emptiness. You know, a person that looks at you with love, they look at you so different. You know, their eyes sparkle, it lights up. Their eyes light up when they love you. And it makes you feel all lit up inside. It just does. And that's not there with people like that. It's not there. There's a darkness, there's an emptiness. You're not going to find that light. But maybe you can start to put it in your eyes. Maybe you can start to look at the world with a bit more love and let that little spark, you know, start to shine through your eyes. All right, my darlings? I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages. And I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye for now.